Welcome back to the video game dungeon, idiots.
Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to the video game dungeon. I am the lord of this dungeon, and my name is Commander Olrox. And today we're doing E3 2016 Part 1. Today we'll be discussing the Microsoft press conference. I just watched it maybe about 10 minutes ago. There's a lot to go over, so let's get started. The number one thing they started off with, which was predictable to me, and you've heard my opinion on this before, that when you make a smaller, more powerful version of an existing console, it's just a waste of time to me. I already have one, why do I need to buy another one? It's just a waste in my mind. You're just spending habitual money on the same thing. When why not just wait for the next generation of that console? But for those who are interested, it's got a 2 terabyte hard drive. It's 40% smaller. It's got a built-in power supply. The wireless range on the controller is a wider range. A couple of, small enhancements. Slightly more powerful, but once again, I already have an Xbox One. So, number 2, we're going to talk about one of my favorite Xbox franchises outside of Halo is Gears of War. They touch base on Gears of War 4. It's going to be Windows 10 supported. Also, cross-platform with Windows 10, so those of you like myself playing the console can play with the fine folks on the Windows 10-based PC. They also announced Horde Mode 3.0. We all know what that is. Didn't really touch base much on it, but hopefully it's better than the existing Horde Mode, which is also pretty good. The new enemy is actually called the Swarm in this, opposed to the Locust, kind of Locust Swarm. It's kind of ironic to me, which is kind of cool. There's a very, very short scene at the end of the actual gameplay demo they did, which was an old, gruff-looking Marcus Phoenix saying, "Welcome home, James," which I thought was really cool. It's nice to see Marcus again, like we once saw his father, Adam, as an older version of himself. As well, they also announced a Gears of War 4 Special Edition Elite controller, which is pretty cool. Had a nice little design to it. Check it out. Next topic, Killer Instinct. Obviously, it's a classic Rare fighting franchise. They actually announced today that General Rom will be entering the arena as well. He'll be free to play this week as a demo. I'm definitely going to check him out. Once again, huge Gears of War fan. I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. On to our next topic. I particularly don't give a fuck about this game, but there's a few out there who may. Forza Horizon 3. Not a huge racing fan outside of like Diddy Kong Racing, Mario Kart, and whatnot, but the more realistic racers I don't particularly give a fuck about. But anyway, moving along, they did touch base on Far Eden, a newer-ish IP. I want to say that they actually touched base on last year. They announced the 5 different class or style robots that are your companion. There's like a brute, dog-style robot, which is, I'm assuming, for exploration or maybe buff purposes, whatever. A couple other classes. It was alright. Wait to see a little bit more about it. I'm always willing to give new IPs a try, because you never know, it might be the next hit AAA franchise in the video game world. Next, they touched base on Final Fantasy 15, which was kind of cool. They had a Trial of Titan special E3 mission they made. Very seamless gameplay, very fluid. It looks amazing as it did before with both the tech demo and the platinum demo as well. That'll be available September 30th, 2016, which we all know. The next I want to touch base on actually is the Division new massive DLC overhaul called The Division Underground. Generic new missions, new armor, weapons, just a bigger overhaul or, new content to expand onto that already pretty good game. One thing I also wanted to touch base on, which is next, is going to be the Battlefield 1. I finally got to see a full-blown trailer. The game looks phenomenal. I'm happy that the first-person shooter franchise is revisiting the World War I, to be specific, but World War II, one genre of shooter. It's been gone for so long. It's good to actually have it on your on your side again when the developer listens and saying, hey, we've had enough of the futuristic. We want to go back to the original platform or style of war shooter when it originally surfaced. Don't get me wrong, I love both, but it's nice to go back a little bit to take a break. As well, that's going to be released on October 21st of 16. EA Early Access release of October 13th of 2016. Another thing they talked about is new Xbox Live upgrades that they're going to be releasing. It's going to be cross-platform now with Windows 10. Hey, maybe one day we'll see a cross-platform with the PlayStation 4. You never know. Maybe eventually they'll break those walls down. As well, you can listen to background music now, which was a key function on the 360. The ability to download and upload CDs to your console, whether it be the Xbox original or the Xbox 360, had the capability to copy CDs or music content, and on the 360, play it in the background, which was really cool, especially when you're getting down on that multiplayer, experience, and you're immersed, and you got your music soundtrack to keep you pumped. Of course, you don't obviously need it when I'm playing my single-player modes, but another awesome thing is Cortana. Good old Cortana, she's coming to the Xbox One. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. I love Cortana. I have her on my Windows 10 laptop, as you can see here. Also on my old Windows phone, I really enjoyed Cortana. Obviously because it ties to Halo, and me, I love Halo. But awesome. Clubs on Xbox Live now where you can create communities for specific titles or games or whatever type of video game discussion or entity you want to bring about, which I think is pretty damn cool. Something similar to what they already do on the PlayStation 4. Now they have a looking for a group, which is like a multiplayer want ads. So if you're looking for certain style of multiplayer in the Division, or if you're looking for a certain style multiplayer in whatever game it may be, Call of Duty, Halo, whatever, there's a wanted area to make it easier for gamers to unite, like myself. If I'm looking to play a specific game, you know where to go to find specific others who are likely interested in playing the same thing you're looking to play as well, which is very cool. And the next thing is pretty big, the Arena on Xbox Live, which is a tournament-based, Xbox-endorsed program. They're starting with several different titles to be incorporated with this tournament, which is pretty damn cool. Once again, we take it back to Minecraft. That's going to be cross-platform now with iOS, Android, Windows 10, which is kind of cool. I'm a Minecraft player, but I'm not that huge into it. But it's fun. It's a good game. You can host your own world now, which means Minecraft Realms is what they're calling it, which means you can play in a world with a bunch of dedicated friends, and that world will keep existing while even while you're away and you're not there to play it in yourself. As well, it's actually Oculus support, Gear VR to be specific, which that's cool. Minecraft and virtual reality is always a cool thing. Also, Xbox or Microsoft announced that you can customize your own controller. You can make it any color, different color buttons, analog. You can even put inscriptions or text on the controller, such as your gamer tag, which I thought was pretty cool. Get a cool black and red one, Gears of War style colors. Be pretty badass. Inside, it's a new IP. It's coming out June 29th of 16. It's from the creators of Limbo. As well, Limbo is free starting today. I don't really know how I feel about Inside. Check it out and let me know what you think about it yourself. I'm not really sure on that one. Next is going to be the ID on Xbox, which is indie game development. There's a couple strong titles I want to mention. I'll leave it to you to look them up yourself, watch trailers, but they were very small clips of the games as overall for the ID on Xbox. A couple that stood out to me, obviously Cuphead, we've seen that before. Come on, man, I told you that I was filming, Jessica.
I'm leaving, I'm
okay.
Sorry.
Bye, love you.
Just edit this out.
Okay, shut the door. Cuphead, which we've seen before, it's a old school side scroller drawn in very maybe 50s, 60s animation art style, which is pretty cool. Outlast 2, great survival horror game. If you haven't played that, I recommend the first one. Second one looks even more hype. Scary as fuck. Shit's going down. I seen a little bit of a demo maybe about a month back. You're in this farm, a cornfield, but scary as hell. Check it out. Shadow Tactics, Raiders, Hands of Fate 2, and over 1,000 games in development for ID on Xbox. Can't wait. Love me the indie scene as well as the main franchise hitters in the video game world. So take a look into those titles. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Another one which was very interesting was We Happy Few. Twisted reality of force-fed happiness through pills. It looks to be a first-person shooter. Kind of reminded me in the style of BioShock, which I find pleasing. I love me some BioShock. It's a great game series. But yeah, it's a unique one. Check it out. As well, they're coming out with a Witcher Gwent card game. So you take the card game Gwent from The Witcher, you make it into its own game, campaign. Kind of cool in the tradition of the Skylanders, Battlecast, and Hearthstone. Making the card games come to fruition, which I love those. I'm a huge Magic the Gathering fan. Next, I want to talk about Tekken 7. Nice little cinematic trailer with Akuma versus Heihachi. It was a knockdown, drag-out battle. It's kind of cool seeing those two forces go up against each other. Akuma looking sinister as fuck, looking badass. Heihachi's eyebrows on fleek, looking sweet. Early 17, they're saying, which is still kind of far off. But a plus is you get a free copy of Tekken Tag 2 with the pre-order/purchase of the game, which I thought was awesome. Next was a big one for me was Dead Rising 4. Hashtag Frank is back, baby. Frank West back on the scene. Zombie-infested scenario. Grab him, smash him, anything you can. Get through that zombie horde. I'm a huge survival horror zombie video game fan. So Dead Rising is a bigger upper echelon title for me in the zombie world now, outside of Resident Evil and Left 4 Dead and such. Let's see. Holiday 16 they're saying for the Dead Rising 4, which is not bad. It's not too far off. Moving along, Scalebound, they should attack them all. This massive boss. It looked like a fucking scorpion spider, water monster, massive as hell. It was very cool. You can seamless transition between on-ground combat. Reminded me very Devil May Cry platformer style. Then you had the culmination or the mixture. If you take Legend of Dragoon, throw that in. It's a very similar. A very familiar feel, based on the compatibility. It looks like, I said, just Devil May Cry. I mean, even the main protagonist reminds me of Dante. But it looks like a good game. I'm definitely going to check it out. They're saying that's available 2017. Another thing I want to touch base on is the Sea of Thieves made by Rare. Once again, a pirate MMORPG. They touched base on it last year. It looks interesting. They showed a little bit of a demo of the multiplayer and the communication. It's actually kind of cool. I might check it out. Maybe not right away, but I'll give it some time to get out there. Next, very interesting. State of Decay 2. The first State of Decay, I should say, was a great open world zombie game. I like when they've taken these horror style or zombie style franchises and made into a specific type of game, like an open world game or open world first person shooter like Dying Light, Dead Island. But this is a third person open world zombie RPG, which the trailer looked amazing. Nice little CG trailer, but we'll see more of that to come. They didn't really say much on that. It was just a short trailer. Halo Wars 2. The first Halo Wars RTS was a great fun game. I always like when they take a main hard-hitting franchise and they twist it off into these different, game genres, and, just it mixes it up. It gives you a new experience. It's all around good times. The Banish is one of the new factions in the game they're talking about. Obviously Covenant-based. You got your Brutes. As well, new bad guy leader, Atrinox. Very interesting name. Can't wait to find out more about him. Villains are always kind of my favorite, especially if I have backstory. Just saying February 21st, 2017. Week-long beta starts now, June 13th through the 20th for Halo Wars 2. Can't wait for that. Now, play anywhere. Buy on Xbox. Play for free on Windows 10. I'd rather play it on the console. I'm a console gamer through and through. Moving along. This is the big fucking announcement. The Xbox Project Scorpio. New fucking console. 320 gigabytes per second of memory RAM. Project Scorpio is going to be VR compatible. Compatible with all previous game styles. Hopefully that means Xbox 360, regular Xbox, who knows. Generations of gaming incorporated into one beast mode fucking console. Holiday 2017. Not that fucking far away. Xbox, you fucking blew me away with just that alone. NX, Nintendo, what's PlayStation got in store? That's the big thing that draws out for me. This E3 was saved by the Project Scorpio announcement. You know, they rehashed the Slim consoles, talk about a bunch of games that they've already mentioned prior in the prior year's E3 or in the past months. Couple new hard-hitting franchises for me at least. Dead Rising 4. Woo! Love me some Dead Rising. Frank West, you're the fucking man. Overall, I'd rate the Microsoft E3 2000 press conference for 2016 this year only because of the Project Scorpio just got me hype. I'm a huge video game fan. I love video games. Hardcore gamers you'll ever see. Anytime they announce a new console, it gets my fucking blood pumping, adrenaline running. I want to buy it, get it pre-ordered, secure mine. I'm just ready. Might be killing off or, incorporate the Xbox One with this console, but to me, don't end the life cycle of the Xbox One. Hasn't been that long. To me, average life cycle of a video game console is 8 to 10 years. But I think that's what really saved it. I'd give the overall Xbox press conference E3 2016 a 7 out of 10. Not bad. Project Scorpio for me saved it. A lot of rehashings on old stuff. But this is just part 1 of the E3 2016 coverage. Don't forget to like, Hulk Smash, Iron Man Punch, Hadouken, Shoryuken, Kamehameha that like button, subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you next time on the Video Game Dungeon. Rah!